just pull you over and make an offer on the car?
Yes.
What?
They just pulled me over to make an offer on the car, which I told them I wouldn't accept it.
What'd they offer you?
Not enough.
Oh, well, that's a bummer.
Hi, Doug Williams here again with Viva Las Vegas Autos. You know, there are cars out there that I buy all the time just because I think they're cool, they're fast, they're fun. Got a Oldsmobile W30 right here, 1971. I got 3 or 4 Corvettes in here. Got a Continental convertible over there, a Cougar Pro Mod over there, just some nice stuff. But every once in a while I'll buy a car because it has a story behind it, and it's just too cool to pass up for me. Back behind me here, I've got a 1974 Ford LTD Brougham 4-door. Now, looking at it, baby, you know, puke brown, not the greatest color on earth or whatever. You know, but facts are these. It's a 108,000 mile car that has a story all the way back to the day that it was bought. Look at the paperwork that I got with this car. Mr. and Mrs. Olson, back in July 1974, walked into a dealership and met with an Eldon Gardner up in Salt Lake City, Utah, Rick Warner Ford. Eldon, if you're still around, say hello. Anyways, they walked in that day, saw this car with a window sticker on it, with no total back in the day, with no Moroni. Had a total up on it about $5,500. Not a highly optioned car, but it was a very well optioned car. And that same day they decided to buy it, negotiate getting on the door edge guards and the little curvy thing on the back part of the window there. They thought they'd negotiate a few little extras in there, some floor mats and stuff like that, all of which are still with the car 40 years later in this condition. This is amazing. Then they paid for it about 7 days later, got the receipt for that. Of course, they went out with the original window tag or plate. A few days later, they met with the service advisor, Bill Nowak. If you're still around, we got your card here from 1974. Then they thought they would get a CB radio in the car, still in the glove box. Doesn't even look like it's been used. They were handed their data plate card and their owner's manuals and the owner's manual to the CB. Got their plates and registration. We have the original plates right here in the original envelope they came in. But then a bunch of service history records and stuff like that. The amazing thing about this car is the condition that the owner kept it in. When I buy a car like this, some of the things that just blow my mind is when I start looking at the paperwork, then I open the trunk, and in the trunk the guy's got in order boxes of the original equipment that he took off the car, like the hoses and extra belts and things like that, that he made sure that when he took his road trips down the road, that he had all his extra stuff with him so he took really good care of his car. When you see the pictures of this car online, you look at the interior, you look at the wood siding, you look at the edges of the doors, little armrests and everything like that, look at the carpet. The car, we know, technically has 108,000 miles on it. At least as far as we can tell, it has 108,000 miles on it. But this car could literally pass off as an 8,000 mile car. It's that clean. But I'm telling you, best we can tell, this car's got to have, yeah, it's got 108,000 miles, even though back in oh my goodness, I don't know when these are, but anyways, we're gonna go with 108, even though it looks like 8,000 miles on it. But anyways, it's just really cool to see the coolness of all this paperwork that came with this car and the history behind it. Better than that though, we've got a rare car here in the sense that it's still here 40 years later with its original paint, with its original interior, the original vinyl top in perfect condition. I don't think there's a major dent or ding anywhere on this car. It's got little teeny rock chips and stuff like that. In fact, in one of the pictures we have of the car, it had a great big orange bug guard that went around the front of the car here. We still have that in the trunk. Anyway, it's just neat to see this car. It's also equipped with a rare 460 4-barrel motor. Not a lot of these cars had that. In fact, I went as far to actually get the Marty report on this car that said there was only 4,600 of these vehicles out of probably 100,000 of them that was built with this engine and transmission combination. The majority of these cars had the 351 in them, 2-barrel or a 400 2-barrel, but not a lot came with the 460 4-barrel. But again, it's just neat to see paperwork showing the original ownership, the original receipts, stuff like that. I know this isn't like a muscle car or something like that, but as far as rarity of condition, rarity of the car being around in this kind of condition with the ice cold air conditioning, radio working, I think the only option inside that I found didn't work was the clock, not working in the car. But other than that, this car is just incredible. Drives down the road, sweet, beautiful, quiet, air conditioning blowing cold on your face and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. Well, we hope you'll take a test drive with us on this car. The car drives out great, so you'll see that in our test drive. You'll see us perform in the vehicle, and you'll see how it sounds and stuff like that. The only thing I wasn't able to do is do a scratch and sniff. And I'll tell you, these people are from Salt Lake City, Utah. It's a non-smoker also. I don't think they ever had smoke in this car. I don't think they ever had coffee in this car. I'll tell you that much. It was an extremely clean car, well kept. Seats look like new still. Carpets look like new. Everything just looks so beautiful in the car. I think you'll be impressed with it. Let's go for a test drive. We'll see you in a minute. Hello again. Ready for a test drive? Well, back in 1974, they made sure that you lived by the laws of putting on your seatbelt because they wanted you safe. So you can't start this car without that seatbelt plugged in. But once it's plugged in, just tap that key. Check to make sure that your rim blow steering or horn works. You just press this. It's the coolest thing. Anyways, turn on the air conditioning. Blows nice and cold in this car. Turn on your radio. AM, FM. No, just AM. No tilt. And go for a nice, smooth ride. For those of you that are wondering about the color of this car, I'm sure if you've had children and you fed them yams or potatoes or carrots, you'll know what color we call this car, but I won't say it on camera. For those who get it, maybe message us or make a comment in the comment section of YouTube. But the coolest thing about this car is it's all original. The dash is uncracked, seats are original, door panels flipping beautiful, drives like a dream. Only thing not original is your hoses, your tires, your brakes, any of your items that you know, are maintenance repair items. Quite literally a gem to drive. You know, I've got a shop full of high-end classic cars. I got a 1971 W30 Oldsmobile in there, close to a six-figure car. I've got 5 Corvettes. Got a CLS CL55 AMG Mercedes-Benz. I mean, I've got some nice cars. Ask why I buy a car like this. Because out of the thousands upon thousands of these produced, I can only imagine a handful in the entire world that are still in this kind of condition. Original paint that's shiny. Hardly a ding in the paint anywhere. Chrome that looks like brand new. All the original door edge guards still on it. These door edge guards, you can actually see them on the purchase order from the original owner when they bought the car up in Salt Lake City, Utah. Just amazing. Got to love this. You might not have the girls on the strip, you know, screaming, "Oh, give me a ride!" But I'll tell you, I don't care. This car got swag. This is what drives me. It's stuff like this. If I could buy 1,000 of these, I would. Just can't. They're not out there. If you felt the same way and you want to own something that nobody else owns, and have everybody, when you're at a car show, you'll get as much attention as some guy with some fancy 6-figure car, because people walk up to this and go, "Wow, that's unbelievable. I used to have one of those when I was a kid." And actually, my parents had one of these in a wagon. I actually did have one of these. Well, guys, we always look forward to your comments online. If you have any questions, please send us comments. You know, at Viva Las Vegas Autos, we just like to find cool, neat, original cars, and we like to present them in a way that there's no question as to what you're getting. And in this car, rarity is actually pretty rare with the big 460 V8 in this thing. They produced a lot of these with 351s in them, a lot of them with 400s, but very few numbers were produced with a 4-barrel 460 in them. So this is a big block, big engine, mildly equipped, neat car that's just really incredible. The car is just really super incredible, and lots of fun to drive too. Like I said, you won't find another one out there in the world like this, I'm sure. It's not another one. Condition, condition, condition. Anyways, hope you enjoy the video. We'll see you next time with another fun, cool car. We'll see you.